Ahoy there, and welcome to a very important episode. So, today on Dead by Daylight, we're gonna be talking about something super important to understanding vibes of the game, and that is this. We have a tier list, and you know what we need from here? We need to rank the killers, but it's not just any ranking, darlings. It's not just any ranking. It is our hot ranking. I don't know. It's Valentine's. Like, what do you want? It's not quite smash or pass because here's the thing. Is some killers are charming. And charming doesn't mean smash, you know? You'll notice that there's some duplicates, but I do have our killers in chronological order. So from the very beginning to the most recent, and this being the 9.4.2 patch of the killers. And to be honest, I don't think I'll have any unhinged takes, but you never know. People are, subject to their own opinions, and mine is right, of course. My opinion is correct, so you're welcome. I'm not gonna explain too much, though. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know, my categories feel too tame. I'm a VTuber after all. I look like a deer. Let's turn yes into what? Hot. S is gonna be, we're gonna leave it at S tier, S plus. Maybe he's gonna be charmed. Gonna have eh. I was gonna write bonk, like beat him back with a stick, and then I was like, maybe that's not the message we want to give on like a, I don't know, hotness, attractive tier list, romantic tier list. So let's start with the classics. So we have Trapper, and Trapper are Trap Daddy. Overall, I almost need like a more neutral one than eh, but it's just eh. So we're gonna put Trapper and Charmed, but he's really close to being eh. Wraith is tall, dark, and handsome, so immediately yes. Billy, the hillbilly, is charming. Ish. Okay. But so you may see, oh, that looks like hillbilly in a specific cosmetic. Yes. There's a reason for that. Thank you. Some cosmetics are just peak, okay? That's only way I can describe it. So, another one's, at least in terms of my opinion of them, doesn't really change how I feel about said character. That's why a lot of them don't have other cosmetics, but some of them do. For Milkman Hillbilly, yes. Okay, that's where we're gonna put him. He is a charming man. So charming, he in fact is hot. Especially Milkman Billy that can curve. Oh, say less. Now we have Nurse. I'd put Nurse up here. I just think some of her noises are kind of annoying. And now we have the Empress herself, Miss Huntress, Our Lady. Easy. And not only do we have our muscle mommy in her her regular stuff, but specifically Hooked on You outfits. Real ones, no. Yep. She's going up there. And yes, even though she's S tier, she gets a second one because I have a video, you can watch it. And you'll know exactly why I'm like, oh, yeah. Next, we have Michael Myers, also known as The Shape. I would put Michael as only because he's kind of annoying to face against, so I'm a little bit biased negatively. But I seen the pictures of shirtless Myers. That's all I have to say. Love me a tall man. Tall, muscular man. Oh, yes. Now we have Hag. And I've considered her outfits, as she does have her floral outfit. I will call any of the killers like floral outfits their bonita outfit. And that outfit is charmed. I'm absolutely charmed by it. But regular Hag, we're gonna go with no. I don't vibe with the bog. I apologize, but I ain't built like that yet. And next we have the doctor, Mr. Herman himself. To be honest, the pins bother me a lot. Like, a lot. Actually, I'm gonna put the hag up here. But, like, the pins bother me a lot, and I don't like that. I don't like it. Now we have Bubba, also known as the cannibal, and regular Bubba, Charmed, and well, yeah, Charmed. I think Charmed's perfect because the waddle. Do we want to call it the waddle? It's like the animation of his walking is almost like bouncy, bounce on it crazy style.
You must bounce on it. Crazy style.
Anyway, charming, very charming. And now for specific skins, real ones now. Bubba goes where Bubba pleases. Enough said. Now we have Freddy, also known as the Nightmare, I think. Freddy Krueger. In my humble opinion, no thank you. Part of it's the claws. Part of it's the burntness. Part of it is I feel like Freddy's don't have very much fun. And that's boring. And now we have the pig. And I will say, also known as Amanda, comma the pig. I would put her. I'm not gonna beat the allegations with this one. But I think we're gonna put her in Charmed. She's mostly just a gal. But with a pig mask on, you know? Huntress is just a gal. With a bunny mask on. You know? And it's funny that you can boop the snoot. Clown? If you want to know something, and I'm always like, I don't want to share this info. My observation with my eagle eyes, what I've spied, is the winter event happened and he has a Santa costume, right? We experienced that. I started this game back in like Halloweenish time. So I've only been here since Halloween. And I went into winter and I see this Santa. So I was like, oh, fun Santa outfit. Like, oh, how festive. And then strike one, maggots on the belly. Disgusting. I cannot. Strike two. It's clown. It's kind of cooked to begin with, okay? I don't know what to tell you. Something about a sad sack. And I don't really have a phobia of clowns. This kind of makes it more palpable. Like I could develop one, okay? And then strike three. And I would argue this is the worst one, especially when you've been downed and you have to look up at the killer. But specifically in the Santa costume. And I'm hesitating a lot. I'm probably going to keep some of the hesitation in because I want you to know, but I don't want you to know this cursed info. And it would be hard for me to believe that other people have not noticed this, but literally, Mans has his fly down and it be hairy. And when you're already grossed out because of strike one with the maggots and strike two with it being clown and his disheveledness and I don't want to say grotesque, but like unkempt. Like for me, a man who has good hygiene, lovely. Clown is the opposite of that. Strike three makes me just want to stare at the sun until that's the only thing I see. The last thing I see. Okay, now we have Spirit, our girly pop. She has some very beautiful outfits. And I would put her. I second this when I'm being evil. I do also a little evil laugh. Not quite that she does, but kind of on its way there. So I will put her. How do we feel about Nurse and Michael? We might do that. We might do that. Okay. Now we have Legion. And basically, Legion is just a guy or a gal with mask on and stabby tendencies. And for that, and now we have Plague Las Plagas, also known as Vommy Mommy, and I think, quite simply, yeah. The puking is down there, but otherwise, up here. Okay. Ghosty. Full transparency. With some of these licenses, I don't know the backstories of characters, so I'm not really factoring that in at all for any of them. This is like fully judge book by the cover and or in-game experiences with people who play these characters, okay? That's what this is based on. So for Ghosty's kind of like Legion, where it's just some person, okay? But I feel I feel a spiritual affinity with Ghosty, so we're gonna put him above Amanda the pig. Now we have Demogorgon, and to be honest, Demo's probably up here. The only thing that prevents Demo from being up here, somewhere in here, is the teeth. It's the whole face situation. So with the face in mind. Now we have Oni, and Oni for me doesn't tickle my pickle. Just does not. Little more than some of the other ones, but just no. And Oni tends to give me like anger issue vibes, so he's gonna hang out down there and Mr. Death Slinger. Honestly, like here. However, this is where the gameplay is giving him a little boost. But Death Slinger doing trick shots? Ooh, trick shot Deathslinger? Ooh, I'm charmed. Say less. Love me a talented man, okay? Now we talking about Pyramid Head, also known as PP Head, also known as the Executioner. I think we know where Pyramid Head's going. Ooh, Pyramid Head! Yes, ooh, daddy, basically. And now we have Blight, the Hunchback Goblin. Do have one outfit in mind that is fun, but that's only because of the For Scotland memes. But Blight himself, it's gonna be a no for me. And honestly, probably more like that. We have the twins, and the twins are gonna be about where Hag is, okay? Probably less so, because I'm bothered, okay? And not in a good way. But she does have a Bonita outfit, so they both have Bonita outfits. And I'm very charmed by the Bonita outfit. But just regular? Yeah. Now Trickster. Trickster, unfortunately, is conventionally attractive, so in appearance alone, he's probably even up here. However, this man's a dick. I don't like him. He annoys the shit out of me. He's like, makes me want to bonk. And not the fun kind of bonk. Which makes him, I think we're gonna have to do it to him. Gonna have to put Trickster down there. And now we have Nemesis. And Nemi, he is big and meaty. Built like a brick house. Got some pearly teeth, that's for sure. But overall, disturbing. I don't like it. I don't like Nemi like that. And the whip does not save him. Now we have the artist, Miss Carmina, and let me just tell you something. Yes, Crow Mom. Yes, I love crows. I love the artist. She's so pretty. She has so many pretty outfits. Now we have Pinhead. And Pinhead kind of has the same issue as Doctor, where there's a lot of stuff going on in his head. And even worse, some of the costumes and NFTs also negative points. I don't care if they've reversed their decision on that, but boo. That's all I have to say. And now we have the Onryo, also known as Sadako. I would say she's charming-ish, but I don't feel some kind of way about it. So kind of As in, like, they're nice, but, like, I don't feel like, ooh, spicy like I do with these. It's just kinda like, yeah, okay, they're there. Now we have Dredge, and I really wanna put Dredge higher than I'm gonna put it, but I ain't like that. I don't like it like that. Sometimes there is such a thing as too many hands, and I fear we're gonna have to put him here above Doctor, funnily enough. And the monster house, very charming. Very charming. Now we have Wesker. A Wesker is Weskering. And I would say Wesker belongs. I mean, I'm not like crazy about Wesker. Not quite basic white guy, but he kind of is. Yeah. But then show a little more skin. I feel like I'm a Victorian. Like, whoa. You harlot, put those things away. And he goes up. Now we have the knight. And I feel that I like the backstory with Knight. Like, the only thing I know is, like, his little goons he can send out are, like, his friends that he tried to save by taking them with him to the entities realm or whatever. That I love. I love that sense of camaraderie, friendship, protection. Love it, love it, love it. The knight itself. And there aren't really any, like, knight fits that I'm like, oh, well, pardon me. Pardon me for thinking so lowly of you. But I would say Knight is just kind of in my, like, kind of basic. I would put him, though, above the others in And he's kind of annoying to go against, too. Not the worst, but still kind of annoying. So, Trick Shot still beat him. That's all I have to say. Okay, Skull Merchant, easy. Easy. Actually, yes. We love a Japanese Brazilian baddie, okay? All I have to say. Singularity, also known as Singularity. We're gonna put it there. Don't really like meatballs attached to metal. Now we have Xenomorph. And Xenomorph is nice. Queen, even nicer. We're gonna have to put Xenomorph. And oh, nowhere's no. They already done new. I feel like I have to put Xenomorph where they belong. And this will tell you something about me. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them in this row, and I just can't. I don't know what I prefer. All I can say is the badonkadonka be badonkin, okay? But, like, how high can that bring you? He kind of flat, though. Are we putting him that high? I think we're putting him that high. Okay, but hey, I can enjoy the fine things in life. That's all I have to say. Like a glass of wine. I know what I want. I like what I like, okay? Now we have Chucky. And Chucky, also known as the good guy. Ironic, isn't it? I would say something, but I don't know if it's the bad thing to say. But I would say puntable. I would say I wish I could do what I can do to Victor to Chucky. In game, of course. Puntable. Now we have the unknown. I don't think this one's gonna be scandalous at all. I think the contortion freaks me out. I don't like it. But we're still gonna put him above. No. Sorry, I thought about the UVX. Hold on. Now that we think about the UVX, what we thinking? Oh, he might have to go up, actually. They might have to go up. Kind of like the UVX. But it still bothers me. But I could be charmed. I think I could be charmed. We're making decisions. Now we have the Lich, also known as Vecna from D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. And I would put Vecna at... Ooh, I don't really like the bony vibe. That's not really my thing. Kind of sinewy, kind of skin and bones, Skeletor. Not my jam. I will say though, what do we think? I think think we're gonna put him here. Now we have Dracula, or the Dark Lord, or whatever. And Dracula, of course. Oh, but of course what? And his true form arguably could inch him a little bit up, you know? But I do prefer human form in terms of overall looks, but if you know, you know. And then we have the Houndmaster. And the Houndmaster is lovely because she comes with a fur baby already. We love Snug. But the Houndmaster herself. Oh, but is she above Wraith though? Yes. Now we have the Ghoul, also known as the Tokyo Ghoul, also known as Kaneki. I don't think Rize helps him that much. She's just slightly less annoying. Also, I have not read or watched Tokyo Ghoul. But let me just say, based on gameplay. And now we have the animatronic, also known as Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's. And he goes here because he's rotten. But he is a bunny and I like bunnies. But he's rotten. Stinky. You just know he reeks. Yuck. Grody. But Matthew Lillard, movie version, Springtrap. We're gonna put him all the way up here. I'm charmed. I'm absolutely charmed. Now we have the Krasu, who is a beautiful woman. The only thing I don't like is the intestines part. I don't like the entrails. It's not very fun. However, beautiful woman. And she doesn't have too many like crazy fun costumes quite yet, but we're gonna put her there. For our last two, which are both the new Vecna, also known as the first, who's not the first but the second Vecna, also known as Henry, because Henry Creel. He, the Stranger Things Vecna, is basic one. I'm gonna put at, it's given Hag, and Hag's even cuter. And I like twins above him. I think that's fine. And now we have Henry Creel. And let me tell you something. I love me a twink. And he has his whip attack, so. Oh wait, do we want the twink ahead of Pyramid Head though? Yeah. Okay, I like this. I like this. We're locking it in. This is my tier list of the killers. Let me know what you think. Who would you have put someplace different? And is it funnier if I make this a screenshot with like I ranked every killer, and then people be like, but wait, why are there cosmetics? I ranked killer powers over my kitty. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Valentine's Day. I hope you feel a little bit loved and you can send some lovey-dovey vibes to these interesting characters that the devs and other people have created. There's always something to love. There's somebody for everyone here in the list, and they may think completely opposite to me, but I'm right, you're wrong. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.